Hello all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is DevTales, where we're going to be working on our custom SCAR system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. This system is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as itch.io. Go take a look at it, let us know what you think. And also in the upper right, we have Plastic Duck Simulator because ducks. Enough said there. And of course, we've got our TF talkies that we're using. So transform me to your heart's content, everybody.
Duke.
So thanks to my chair being the state it is, I have been trying to make progress on the SCAR update, and it has been incredibly slow going. So yeah, I'm kind of making up for lost time from the chair by working on stream. And boy, do we have a lot of things to work on. Today is going to be relatively quiet, just kind of chilling, hanging out, enjoying some music while I work away. Alright. I did not say that, Irves. Where did you get that? It's alright. Let's see here. So, combo maneuver, it costs 1 standard action to reserve a standard action for use in a combo. Okay. Let us see here. Hello, Frost Husky. Quack! Hi, Candy. Wrong button. Hope I didn't break anything. Looks fine. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Alright, like that, and that is that taken care of. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. Damn it, now that's stuck in my head. How dare you, Jits? Bad dog.
What?
What stuff is getting updated? There's various things that we have discussed over the last month or so, or 2 months or so. There is a lot. There are a lot of changes that we have discussed, and I have not been able to implement yet.
Because implementation takes time.
I am one lonely little person that is writing all of this. Honestly, I could probably let the others do it, but I feel like the consistent dialogue on it is valuable.
Also, apologies, I had to step away for a minute. Did I miss anything?
Jit's got the hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper stuck in my head.
A song I'm not terribly familiar with.
That's literally all I know of it. And right now, we're making a note that magic weapons will exist regardless of whether the magic module exists, so just putting that info in.
Well, because you can explain the magic in any number of ways, no?
Exactly. After all, science is nothing more than well-defined magic.
Of course. You having the duck game in the background makes me want to play Escape from Duckov again.
I have seen literally nothing of that.
I mean,
Feel
it's
the backhand of justice!
an extraction shooter with cute little ducks that's literally a parody of Escape from Tarkov.
You could use them for TF, Jits. I do have a Husky form. I'm looking at some of these things that I gotta implement, and I'm just...
Don't look at all of them. Just focus on one.
Well, that's the problem. I'm focusing on one that I need to implement, and, oh, God. We're doing a complete overhaul of the, Companion's Primeval feature.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Hits_Husky just resubscribed for 32 months. Happy God. No more fried chicken.
Quack, 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 quack. Jits, thank you very much for that resub and your 32 months of support. Apparently Hex has an issue. They did not realize that tabletop campaigns can take years to fully run.
What? Yeah. Like, if you run a game every week, and it's a short campaign, you'll probably get it done in anywhere from 1 to 3 months. Also, Bapthamala.
Okay, so translation from Keyspeak, 6 months to 2 years.
Yes. And again, that depends on what system you're using, what the campaign is, and the group dynamic.
I mean, outside of things going wrong, yes, that is a thing, Jits. Like, yeah, there are campaigns that do not last for one reason or another, like, you know, the schedule's changing, people just not enjoying it, whatever the case may be. But that does not change that a full campaign can run for years. Lost in Chaos has been around longer than that. Close to 3 years, I believe.
How long have I been in this community?
Oh. I think you could do exclamation point follow age to see how long it's been since you followed.
Huh, alright. Yeah, 3.5 years.
Ooh, Nevis is being brought out. Nevis doesn't usually get brought out. Why is there suddenly a hype train?
I have no idea. I don't understand. Also, I just picked your Persona potion and then picked a random color. And I landed on Nevis. Nevis
Oh.
is good.
Fair enough.
Ah, because bits were used to play the noise. Okay.
Oh, and then also the subscription. Fair enough.
Joke.
I have no idea how I'm going to rearrange all of this for the companion stuff. It would really help if I didn't have, you know, a constant ache in my back that is just being very distracting.
Did you want to try and work on something else besides the companion thing for a starter?
Yeah, I probably should. I mean, I've been working on multiple things already, but... I can do mounts and such.
Just so you aren't forcing yourself to do the big thing.
Yeah. Mounts should be relatively easy. Just a bunch of typing and stuff.
Yeah. Technically, I should be encouraging you to do the big thing, but like,
I have medical reasons to hold off.
I don't whack people with a content stick. I gently prod them.
So, I'm trying to find a good spot to put the rules for mounts and carrying creatures. Right now, my best thought is under the traveling section in the adventuring book, or chapter. But I don't know.
That would be an appropriate place to put it. And to be fair, once you have the section written out, it can be transferred somewhere else relatively easily.
This is true. One of my biggest difficulties with all of this is trying to figure out where the hell to put things. Well, Jids, in the next 2 days I should have my new chair. And then I'll be... Well, I'm gonna need time to recover, but I'll be on the road to recovery from all of this, at least. As I go to double check the tracking to see any sign of when that relief comes. What are you laughing about?
Ah, yes. If it does arrive Friday. Time to relax with wild traditions. And the himbos.
Gee, I think I might not be up for running. Oh no.
man, they're gonna be so sad. Wait, didn't you have plans for Cobalt to encounter someone?
One of the NPCs waking up, yes. There will probably be a brawl on the ship.
Gerald's gonna be so pleased.
Don't mind me trying to remember how the hell I format this document. Okay. Subtitle comes first, then heading 3. Okay. Got it. I have figured out what the hell I'm doing. Can we go back to the days where it was just a bullet point list?
You know that would be so much more disorganized.
Sure, but... Jits, that was how it originally was. It was not good. Not good at all. We'll just set it up like a law document where it's just a bunch of, bullet points and everything, Alright, as you can see here in I section A-3, subsection B, I mean, Jits, honestly, this is also kind of like that. There are a lot of points where we have to be... Honestly, much as I don't want to admit it, rule books for tabletop games are very similar to legalese, you know? That's why, you know, they're called rules lawyers. There's a lot of, in case this random one-off possible thing happens, here are the rules for this. I have so many points in here that are just like... It feels so obtuse to put it in here, and yet I have to because, well, there's a lot of one-off potential situations that may arise that need answered. And even then, sometimes when I'm going through our notes, the stuff that we discussed, it's like, actually, here's a problem with this. I'm going to move it over to the to-do list to discuss again. Like, we were saying that the highest successful save SR that you cleanse when making a cleanse attempt removes, so... But there's a problem with that because, well, there's cheese that could happen. Literally, if you want to, like, if we put that rule in as is, you could literally apply a condition to yourself that has a save SR or a save requirement of a skill that you're really good at. And then you roll that saying you're, you know, to try and remove the condition you self-applied, but instead you actually roll well enough to remove any other condition. And that's kind of a broken cheese tactic that we kind of have to address. Or just not put that rule in at all. Probably going to go the route of not putting it in at all.
I figured because most conditions have a specific way you roll against them to cleanse, that you would have to use the appropriate roll.
Well, we were going to put in a rule that we discussed this, and we were going to put it in where if you roll your cleanse, you can remove whatever you roll highest. Or, you know, whatever's the highest that you roll for. So, you know, you got a condition of with an SR of 10. You're trying to cleanse the thing with an SR of 5, but you wind up rolling 10. Well, guess what? You get to cleanse the 10 one. And then I realized, wait, our whole point of this was you gotta have a spread of stats to resist conditions. No min-maxing here. And that's encouraging min-maxing. And I don't think we considered that side of things when we were discussing that rule, so I moved it back to discussion to rediscuss. What the hell was I working on? Oh, right, mounts.
I was going to say, mounts and carrying capacity.
I really wish I could use my music that I normally use on stream. But alas. I've got this isochronic thing that I normally use for working on this. Works wonders for the ADHD side. Actually, you know, I've got another solution. I spend hundreds of dollars on this pipe vape thing. specifically for this purpose. What do you mean, Jits?
Also curious what you mean by a complex rule hierarchy. Oh, do you mean magic as in Magic the Gathering?
That would make sense, because I was like, I don't know what you mean by what our magic system has there.
So if they mean Magic the Gathering, one thing that I have noticed in a couple systems, especially Pathfinder, is like people can get dead stopped by having to deal with all of the things. Like X, triggers Y, triggers Z, triggers G, and like a bunch of little itty bitty buffs, and Scar avoids that. I would like it to continue avoiding that. Scar has a bunch of options and things in it, but I don't think I've seen Scar obtain like trigger chain nonsense.
No. We are focused on something between 5e and Pathfinder. But you're also one of the devs, so you can stop us from getting to that point.
I still need to listen to DevTales, like a couple days after the fact, but I try to offer my insights.
Well, on the plus side, you're here for DevTales right now.
I sure am.
And you are a very cute and welcome addition.
Where? Alright, I've done the sketch form of the thing I promised I would do for Rex, and I'm going to take a break from that.
Hi, Carrie. Hey, somebody could bring out the professor, considering I'm working on this.
Not the professor.
The professor is Persona then blue.
Ah, okay. Appropriate. Blue is my favorite color.
Joke.
Hey everybody, have a Marten vid in Redemption.
The Marten wants to stash their veggie, the cucumber. But curtain rod is not suitable for stashing.
Indeed. Should stash in tube. Don't mind me staring at the last sentence of that paragraph and being like, there's no good way to word that that doesn't sound awkward.
Yeah. I was trying to think, like, I probably rewrote that like 5 times. Even if it wasn't all on paper, it was at least in my head. Like, okay, how do I want to word this? I don't know. I need to word this in a way that... Oh god, this isn't going to work. I'm just going to put it.
It went over like 3 different versions in my head. I'm like, there's no way this doesn't sound awkward.
Joke.
Yes, there was a duck named Zim Sanity, and, when I named it that, the duck was on fire.
Why is there a duck named Cheese Moon Sponge?
Somebody paid for it to be named that. If it has a C after it, they used a card. Otherwise, they paid, I think it was $5 we were doing. A $5 tip lets you name a duck. Which is technically still active if anybody wants to name a duck.
Yeah, like, if y'all want to name a duck, you can name a duck. There are so many ducks.
Not enough. I want more ducks.
You want more ducks? You want more eggs? Goodness. What a greedy savor you are. That's either a celebratory duck or that duck is a bomb.
Yes, a blue bat. And I mean, Carrie, it's more about just supporting the channel than it is anything else. Like, it's just a way, a little thing to support the channel. It ain't like producing these streams is cheap. It depends on the artist, but each one of these sets of TF Talkies is, a lot. For most artists, it's about $50 for a stage. I've had a couple of artists that I work with that are cheaper, and some that are more expensive. Like the bat and the bat, snow leopard, and other such ones by T-Fruit.
Tipped $5.
Thank you so much, Blue Bat. Thank you so much. Which duck would you like to name? There we go. And, yeah, the ones by T-Fruit are $80 a piece for the stages. I don't think that there is a bat duck. But I could find a blue duck.
Truly,
Oh, thank
this
you,
is
Key.
the dankest dungeon.
Carcerus tipped $5. Electro Ball Duck, Quackless Tesla.
Write that in the chat, please.
Yes.
You wanted the electro ball? Alright.
Yeah.
Just gotta find it.
Indeed. Rather than my own name, I'm going to involve puns.
That is okay. Others have done the same. Where the heck
There it is.
Where?
Second. Sorry, one over. And it should be second row and second from the right.
There
Ducks,
it is.
please. Second row, second from the right. Yeah. Sorry, I have mild lag. You don't have that feat, Mala. You can't.
Yeah, Mala, you gotta play Scar first.
Says I, and I'm not even the creator. Really? When?
Here, Blue Bat, I'll give you the one with the, little nightcap and candle. There you go.
The New Year's one shot?
No, Mala, that was a moth, and you are a kobold. A moth played Odie.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that Mala was Odie. Poor Odie. They don't exist anymore. The same way Garfield tries to forget their Odie, Mala. Out of sight, out of mind. And Odie has been very out of sight for a very long time.
I like that.
I can tell. Mala, did he really save them? Or was he trying to get caught? Hang on, if I'm gonna be this sassy, I need to change my icon. Where's Emil?
Well, you see, Mala, you didn't fight against the ball, so clearly you wanted to get caught.
Clearly not that hard, he still got caught. I forget, did Odie's ball get taken by the trainer, or did the pirates have it?
The pirates have it.
Oh, okay. He's still caught.
They broke the ball in the process, so who knows the status of Odie at this point, but... Well, I know the status of Odie, but you know.
And this is how Missing No was made.
Precisely. Missing? No. That requires they were cared about.
Okay, now that's actually mean. We know that they cared about Odie, otherwise they wouldn't have snagged the ball. But, speaking of capturing, there's a Merle in the chat.
The Merle is
Adorable
precious.
Merle. Sweet Merle. Precious Merle.
Well, thank you. I now know the tip goal for Friday's Wild Traditions. I'm gonna go make note of it.
Now why would you be afraid, Mala? I'm not even threatening to step on you.
There. Yeah, Key, that's a reward.
Not when Emil is wearing glass stiletto heels. I mean, if the moth wants to be a part of a pinboard collection. Mala, you're too fragile to tank. Squishy little DPS like you should be begging the healer for aid. Aw, Mala, did you forget? Scar can have hit scan.
Yeah, bypass accuracy. All your dodging is worthless.
Alright, it sounds like we need to starve Mala a little bit. He's getting too uppity. Let's focus on Merle. Sweet Merle. Pets for the Merle. Look at them. So cute and blushy.
A very precious being.
Oh, thank you, Merle. But flattery is not going to save you here. I mean, I don't even know what I could offer you. Look at you, so sweet and adorable. You must already have and be everything you want. Oh, with the right turn of the face, I'm sure you could have anyone falling for you. At a request, you can get as many pets as you like. Merle. It's not abusing it. These are just natural parts of who you are. Oh, but that's just the thing, Merle. You're special because you're you. Something I find many people don't quite understand about themselves. Indeed, Merle is adorable and cute and soft and ever so petable. Look at them, making such adorable noises.
Alright, mounts and carrying creatures. Alright, storytellers, you know your players are going to want them, so here they are, the rules for carrying each other, as well as mounts in general. Outside of combat, creatures, whether mounts, a player character, or otherwise, are able to carry 2 creatures of a size category smaller than them. This does increase for each size category smaller, so a large creature can carry 2 mediums or 4 small creatures, or a combination therein, so 1 medium and 2 smalls. When attempting to carry something the same size, you are immediately put the mount is immediately put into encumbered status, see the bulk system in Chapter 4. If you attempt to carry a creature 1 size category larger, if the mount, because I don't really want to say you. There we go. When attempting to carry something the same size, the mount is immediately put into encumbered status. See the bulk system in Chapter 4. If the mount attempts to carry a creature 1 size category larger than it, the mount may do so, but it places them into overburdened status. Creatures 2 sizes or more larger are unable to be carried by a single creature. Inside of combat, these numbers are halved. These numbers are only for the mount and rider to travel and fight in combat without penalty. To stay mounted in combat, a free navigation roll must be made by the rider every time the mount or the rider is attacked, forcefully moved, including teleportation effects, or if the storyteller determines a movement is sudden enough for it. If the mount is encumbered, this check is made at +1 difficulty, and if overburdened, then it is +2 difficulty. If the mount is combat trained, then the difficulty of these is reduced by 1, which does include the base navigation if the mount is not encumbered. I think that works.
Yeah. And indeed, Merle, you must be over-encumbered. Look at all that cuteness on you. You can't run from it, or the praise you'll receive. You're only piling it on, Merle, with all those cute noises.
Truly, this is the dankest dungeon.
Muzz Yeti tipped $5, Duckers.
Well, Muzz, thank you so much for that tip. What, duck would you like named after you? Or should I just look for one with particular specifications? And what name would you like it to have? Thank you so much for the tip. So, Key,
Yes?
how would you feel about some busy work prettifying the document?
In what way?
Well, I've decided I want to make all of the colored text darker. And also, there are a bunch of tables that need to be adjusted for the, like, especially, like, the feats table. if I can find it. There it is. Like, it's supposed to do the alternation here of the background and lines, and yet, as you can see, like, reliable skill and shield proficiency here, they're both white. Well, not white, they're gray, but, you know.
Well, yeah.
It's okay to say no.
I don't think I have the energy to do that tonight.
Well, this wasn't necessarily a go do it tonight thing, it's a overtime. It's not like this has to be done immediately. Just at some point.
As long as you wouldn't be solely relying on me to do that. Oh goodness, the combat feats have huge chunks of them that are all the same next to each other.
Okay, better idea. Let me get your opinion first, before we go anywhere. Look at the mounts and carrying creatures section. So, I'll just color this. Remember, you can just click on my little circle at the top to move to it.
Yeah. I've been using it to find where you are.
So, these 3 lines here are my current ideas of what colors we can use. I don't think I like this one. It looks too close to black to actually stand out as the coloring is supposed to do.
The third one, like the bottom one, is too close to black. It blends in, but it's just off enough that it's irritating to the eye. We could use the top one. The top one is fine. It's just far enough away from black that it's distinguished. It's not harsh on the eye. We could also use the second one. It's brighter, good for emphasis.
The second
contrasts with black.
The second one is the one that we're currently using for everything except for yellow, where I am using the dark 2 version of the color. Because the middle one here is the dark 1, the third row is dark 3, and then this top one is dark 1 or dark 2.
I think if we want to adjust it from where it currently is, dark 2 is the way to go, because dark 3 is just a little too dark for our purposes, at least for this color.
I worry, yeah, because I've been worrying that the dark 1 is too jarring of a difference. Like, it's great that it stands out, but I worry that it's standing out too much, that it kind of strains a little bit. Whereas the dark 2, I think, it stands out, but not in a very bright way.
Which is understandable. I think, to some extent, it comes down to taste, because I personally don't think it's too bad the way it is. But wanting it darker is understandable, so that people don't strain their eyes with the contrast, but also giving emphasis to particular things.
Plus,
like,
it'll make it easier for bringing in line with the yellow, because, well, the dark 1 of yellow, just to give a demonstration down there, that's definitely too bright.
Yeah. It varies from color to color, but because I'm sure we'll probably find a color where the dark 2 is too dark for some reason. but
That is fair. Yes, let me check the other colors real quick. So we only go
Yeah.
through 6 of them. There is red.
Dark 2
This-
red is okay.
That's green.
Dark 2 green would be fine.
And just for comparison, let's do that.
Yeah, the dark 2 red is probably better than the dark one.
That. And then we got dark blue 2. Dark blue 1.
Blue is the color I feel least needs changing, but also the dark 2 blue isn't that much of a difference. But it's also blue, it's a cool color.
Okay, so I think purple will definitely be a standout because I cannot tell that I changed one of them to the dark purple.
Yeah, I was about to say, dark purple 2 is invisible.
Alright, so it looks like we should go with the dark 2 except for purple where it'll stay as dark 1.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the best option. Alright, let's get this duck named. Random duck. Muzz Yeti. Do I have one that's more snowy? Oh, there's TV static, which, you know, some people call that TV snow. Quack! I don't want to go with any of the event or special ones, because those only show up on certain maps. Muzz, I think I'm giving you the TV static one. There you go. Oh, crap, it's time for a game.
Oh, goodness. It's that time already.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Made it go a lot better.
Always
Time
enjoyable
does
to
indeed
hang
fly.
out.
Alright, so yeah, thank you everybody for joining us so far on the stream today. That was a little bit of DevTales. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, grabbing packs of cards to stream loots, tipping to the channel directly, or sending a treat through TreatStream. But for now, thank you so much for joining, everybody, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.